been through many things lately.
Let's get into what is really saying in these lyrics, right? And let's see the spirit and actually understand what artists are actually saying in their songs. Then don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's check out what Davido usually say. If this is a Lakey song, right? During teacher with time, come with me and let's shop lyric.
Lately, I've been through many things lately.
No, this one, they've kind of like opens up its repetition lately and stuff. This just re-emphasizing and they've overburning in nature of his recent struggles, but this is not just a bad day, it's kind of like done a season, right? It's a storm, it's kind of like an ongoing battle we're going through, right? But Choppy Man would check out this.
Pray for me, make you pray for me, gba. No check, I'm just a pray for me, gba.
Now, this one is not bad because it's not this kind of asking you for sympathy here, right? It's basically asking for prayers, right? The Yoruba funds not check but the face not check kind of like is they EVT wise, right? So just pray. That's how serious it is. So here that he uses is that informal emphasis, right? It's basically saying bro, please saying just pray for me, right? Pray for me, right? Or check out this next line.
Oluwa sare wa, make I know jam yawa.
Yo, this is kind of like the spiritual cry. So only like kind of like means God that if you're bad then Sarewa is kind of like come quickly, right? So or always rush, right? So they just kind of like treating there for divine intervention urgently, right? And I'll probably I think I know after time the psalmist and then the friend with my think she actually when we actually sang the song. 'Cause I don't think this song is about a few months ago, right? That's Chop Man be out this.
I know jam yawa.
Oh, like I need Jawa kind of like means don't let me meet trouble, right? So or fall into problems, right? It's basically saying God rush to my aid before I enter ye hot soup. You get the point? So chopping on, you have this part.
Leave me make I meditate. I know you no go fit relate.
Well, they didn't net space, right, to process to process, right? So the barrier kind of like links can ye hear or and that's in ye, but then you fit me relate kind of like shows how isolating his pain is. Even his fans can kind of like you relate, his friends can relate, even his loved ones can relate, but or they might not really feel understand what is going through. Right. And then you have this part.
Sometimes, I dey weak, I dey frustrate. I'm in my lonely place.
So he was basically describing that mental exhaustion. This is depression per quite here, right? Or without low energy, frustration, and kind of like feeling alone, right? So it's basically say that even when surrounded by people, and despite how people really surround him, that he has that humanity peace that isn't about his disease, it isn't physical, right? It's kind of emotional. It's kind of like feeling emotional because of one or two things that it's kind of like going through. And I'll get to that part very soon. So tripping on this part.
Thanking you.
Now with this line is this kind of saying those cultivity is still you. It's still kind of like saying a shame when I thank you in Yoruba, right? So it's kind of like gratitude through the stuff, right? So this one is deep and it has spiritual maturity, right? So chopping now we have this part.
If goats want to cause more pain, lion no go pay.
Now if goats wants cause gobe like but I don't know if it cares this one or don't just get this down right. They'd say it's kind of like reforms to enemies, right? Or let me say distractions. So let's just say irrelevant noises, right? And lion, he's lion yet to reference himself, right? So we're basically saying that if the goats must cause him gubu, which is trouble, the lion won't lose composure. So that's kind of like king energy, more like it's not reacting to provocation. Wisdom is just what I'm making it to restrain and just calm. But then we'll have this part.
When all I know is love. If you look deep in my eyes, you gon' feel the pain.
Now, this one is heartbreak and vulnerability. They do reminds us say that behind the celebrity is a man who's been through losses and in that emotional pain. Like he still need it still leads with you, right? And but it doesn't seem been easy. It's just kind of like show vulnerability here, right? It's not just I know let's check out the verse too. Check out this part.
For days, all night. Can't believe it's bye bye.
Now, Yuri, we kind of like switch to the Manan and Laws. This is likely referencing the passing, right, of his son or any other loved one, right? We knew recently kind of like lost his son and stuff. So it's kind of like a pain that doesn't that pain that doesn't really right, and then it's not really easy like that to lose especially your child, right? So that's what this line uh kind of like mean, right? So somehow we had this part.
Missing you, baby, why?
Now this line kind of like stings or wordy or longing, or let me say it's just questioning why did this happen? Right? Why did this happen? But let's check out this next line.
I don't shy you, I don't mind, but I know still they okay.
And here is admitting that he has to punch shayo here, right? Shayo kind of like means alcohol, right? So and Maya kind of like means maybe read or he trying to be I just to cope, right? So it's basically saying that he reassures, but basically where fellas kind of like reassure that okay, you'll be okay. It's kind of like a survival mechanism, right? It's not verification, right? So because of what have happened, so you kind of like turns to being um drinking and smoking and stuff, but we get the point, right? So we have this line next.
Memories in my head, so somebody pray for me.
Now, it's basically admitting that he's haunted by memories, right? But he's still leaning on faith and with the prayers and Buddhism and spiritual anchor is key. That after everything he's gone through, well, memory is still haunting. And that is basically it. They do kind of like ends on a now iconic Ninja phrase written from the ski strand with a bridge, right? With a bit of soon, so then someone's do something like you can't touch me right now, FMT, right? So that's yeah, it's kind of like iconic, right? So you find out that right after pouring out his mind in this song is basically all the pain, the grief and stuff. So he kind of flips the phrase into a mic drop, right? Like after almost like sarcastic, like after all this media is trying to be thoughts. I hope you get the point, but well, it's not a party track, right? It's not a past track. It's a soul stew, right? So the video opens up about lessons, isolation, spiritual welfare, grief, and struggle just to keep moving, right? So behind the lion is still a man that with pain in his eyes and prayers in his heart. That's what makes him that's what makes this song kind of like powerful, right? So it just like touched their soul like it's touched man. So it did like that him and drop a this prayer sign in the comment section and show the do some love. So what line hits you the most? Let's chop it up in the video on the if you have seen more lyrical analysis from Fire Bomb, right? Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to your channel as usual. Then what's this video to suggest you what? And I hope I'll see you in this video. Bye for now.